expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the network or anyone affiliated. There will be mature and possibly immature content. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't listen at all. It's very poorly produced. Take me to your leader.
Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike. We got a hold of Tom. Hey, Tom, you're the next guest on Monster Castle Paranormal. Come on down, buddy.
What's happening?
Oh, man, if this stupid, crazy, music I ripped off of, where's that from?
Price is Right.
Yeah, that's Price is Right, yeah. If that would stop
Come on down.
playing,
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Yeah, man. So we got Tom here from the Mary Janes, man. And Eric's with us.
Right on.
I think Eric's going to go trolling. Were you going to go trolling, Eric?
Yeah, I'll troll. I'll report that. I'll hang on the air, but I'll report. I'll do live troll reporting as we go along.
He's going to try to troll people.
Hey, but the Mary Janes, I didn't know your guys' band was Mary Janes. I love that, man. That's a great name. Mary Janes.
It's pretty descriptive, and it also works out well numerologically.
How's that?
Well, we used to be called our name was Electric Healing, and we had a series of mishaps to the point where we thought maybe, for our career, we'd be better off changing our name. So we did that. And at the time, it was like 5 minutes of my life, I was like reading a book about numerology. And so I was like, let me pick a name that works out more auspiciously. Because when you checked out Electric Healing with numerology, it worked out really bad. Like, just no wonder the band faced adversity. So we picked out the Mary Janes, and that's why it's spelled with a Z at the end, because with an S, it was still bad. With a Z, though, the numerological calculations were more favorable. And now I don't even remember because I'm not into numerology at all. But the other thing is that the bass player, that's my wife, Susan, right? And she has a middle name, Jane. All three of her daughters have the middle name, Jane. So a family friend recommended the Mary Janes.
That's great. I mean, I got to ask the question, Wolf. Could your wife or you, is there an amp in the room? Could she, if she wanted to, could she go get her bass, plug it in, and just twang off a few twangs for us?
No, I'm sure she could.
Let's do it. What do you think, Wolf? A little twanging, a little bass twang?
Sure, anything, man.
Hey, Susan,
if she feels like it.
Look up Zig for the radio audience. They're very keen to hear you play some bass riffs on Zig.
If she feels like it, no pressure.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever seen a woman bass player before. I mean, I'm sure I have, but it's not something I can picture.
No, they want to hear you play.
Eric wants to hear a female bass player.
She's laying on the bed with her laptop, and she's like,
She's not ready for it. I mean, you're gonna hear her play.
Drag.
You're gonna hear her play in the songs I got lined up anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's no worries, man. So you're not into numerology anymore. I didn't even know you ever were.
No, I just got a hold of a book. I mean, we have a lot of books, and most of them are Susan's, and we've moved them from house to house so many times, and then they wind up for a little while on bookshelves while we're living in a house, and then I'll just come across a random book, and I'll just start reading, because I usually like to be reading a book, And there was a book about numerology, so sure, fine, I'll read this. And it happened to be at the same time, see, this old band, well, same band, but old band name, we had worked for over a year playing, very regularly, but in, off the beaten path dive bars for almost no money. We're working our way up to some better gigs, and finally we got these better gigs booked. And one was a renowned radio show broadcast from Knoxville, and another two were in some much better class bars, so. But right before we were going to play the gigs, like within a week of playing the gigs, our drummer had to take a leave of absence, We had to replace him. Now, hindsight, I would have done better to, just cancel the gigs. I was like, sorry, we can't make it. But we tried to do them anyway because it took so long to get these gigs. The only drummer we could come up with was a guy that really only had played slam punk before, But he was kind enough to try and do it anyway, and it was a train wreck. And we decided now's the time to change our band name. And so this happened while I was reading this book on numerology. I was like, well, we need a new band name. One was suggested, and I checked it out. And compared to our old band name, it was much better, especially with the Z. Oh, it was great with the Z. Everything should work out fine. So we've been working with the Mary Janes for some time. And I don't know if numerology is to be believed or not, but I would say that in its own way, the band, the Mary Janes, is more successful than the Electric Healing incarnation of it.
I'd say you did something good, yeah. Yeah, you did something. We played a lot
of bars, but I don't want to play bars, I just don't.
Yeah, bars is like, man, back in the day, though, I don't know what it's like there, but here in Ontario, I used to do a lot of bars back about 10, 20 years ago, when we made good money back then doing it. But now it's like people just want to give you a pitcher of beer. Nobody can afford it.
I've been seeing that for a long time. Karaoke's a whole lot cheaper and a lot more profitable for the bar. And also there's much stiffer DUI laws everywhere you go, and that put a big damper on everything too. But then again, you don't want your friends and your fans getting killed on the way home. So that's good, but...
how are you going to do that? You get paid in beer, and then you got to drive your equipment home. That never worked out very well, did it? How can you can I take the beer with me? No. That's what I said. Look, we can't drink, and we got to drive home with all our shit. So how are we going to get paid in beer? That's not going to work. I said, just give us the money instead of the beer.
Right.
But even then, you're only getting I was getting the best deals I was getting was maybe $400, and I was like, that's not even worth it. You split that up. That's not more, bad actually, considering.
You get paid more for moving the equipment. If your job was just to move the equipment back and forth and set it up, and not play a note, you'd get paid the same money for that. So it's just music has been devalued systematically over time by the media, I think, and whoever they work for,
Oh, yeah, and I'd like to welcome the Frogs onto the show for everyone, just so you know what that sound is in the background. Those are Tennessee Frogs.
It's the backup singers.
Yeah.
Millions of frogs.
Mary Jane and the Frogs.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I got to ask him a question. I mean, I'm sure he's heard this question before, but you're familiar with Rick James and his song Mary Jane, I'm assuming.
Well, I've heard of Rick James, but I wasn't aware that he had a song called Mary Jane.
Oh, my God. Well, I might have to cue it up here in a few minutes and just play a few notes, because it would be cool if you guys did a rock and roll version of Mary Jane. But you'd have to hear the song. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'll cue it on my end here.
He says, I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing every time she turns around, or something like that. But he's basically talking about it. I went to a Rick James concert once, and there were people that were literally throwing joints on the stage for Rick James.
Nice.
It was pretty cool. And his props he had on each corner of the stage were these massive joints. They were literally probably 14, 15 feet tall. And then at the top of the prop, it was, they had it lit up so it was red, and then they had smoke coming out. So that was his props. It was kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm hashtagging a bunch of. I gotta advertise the show while I'm on here, because there's nobody in the chat room yet, because we started late, and I think that's what happened here. Everybody's.
Every word that I say is true. You got me running, hiding, and fooling around. I want a redhead who will make me feel like a clown. Lucy, this can't go on, Lucy.
That's funny, man.
Ay, 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 Lucy. always running around? Why is he always screaming at a nigga? Lucy, I don't know what's going on in my house and I'm gone. Lucy, what kind of harebrained schemes you cooking up with that time now, Lucy? No, you cannot be in a show, Lucy. No, you cannot be in a show, Lucy. Babaloo, Lucy. Babaloo. Babaloo, Lucy. Ay, 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 ay. You got to change your evil ways, Lucy. Before I stop a loving girl, you got to change, Lucy. And every word that I say is true. You got me running, hiding, fooling around. I want to right here. Who would make me feel like a clown, Lucy? This can't go on. This can't go on, Lucy. Papa, no, Lucy. You know this can't go on, Lucy. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Beautiful. Are you guys like really famous in any other countries? That happens a lot, eh? Like people that are, you know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
You should try that. Remember that guy Rodriguez? He was famous in South Africa. He didn't even know it.
We got radio airplay in Dublin and in Chile.
Oh wow, cool.
And there's a guy in Colorado playing our stuff. And I think that's it. So we may be famous. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah, you never know, man. Apparently, yeah, and some of my stuff, album I released a long time ago, is being played in Detroit.
Nice.
Yeah, under the Alternate Reality Band. I don't know if anyone's ever heard it, but apparently they're playing it, and it was really popular in Detroit for a while there. Actually, somebody actually showed up at my farm one time when I was growing tobacco, and they were playing my stuff. I said, where the hell did you get that? That's my music. And they said, no, it can't be. That's impossible. We just drove here from the States, and we got this in the States somewhere. Somebody gave it to us.
Oh, wow.
And it was my stuff, man. I couldn't believe it. And then I had to prove it to him. I had to take him up to my studio, and then I played it right off the recording right off the recording studio for them, and they were freaked right out.
Wow.
They could not believe
That would bug me out.
What kind of coincidence is that, eh? And they
Crazy, man.
showed up at my farm to ask directions. They were
And
lost.
they're playing your music.
Yeah, they were lost, and they were
That's
playing
weird.
my freaking music. Yeah, I could not believe it. Yeah, man, that was a weird story, and it was no joke. I thought it was somebody joking with me, and it turned out it was no joke. It was serious.
And there was a time that I thought for sure that this was either a hoax or something really bad, like some serious conspiracy that I had no clue I was in. I was in a folk band, folk music, acoustic guitars, all that stuff. Staten Island, New York, 1980.
Hang on, I can pause this if you want. It was time to go on right now.
Oh God, that's cool. Let it rip.
Okay, hang on to your story for after this. We'll take a break again. Well, this one's called Trampoline.
I like that one, actually.
Smells like Vaseline. Your chimpanzee smells like bananas. Your kiwi fruit. Wear pinstripe suits. With hedges like those zebras in a den. No emotes. Guitar notes. I wanna be part of that collision. You come round here. You smell like beer. Patchouli and bad decisions.
It does have that vibe.
It's got like the Bang Bang Maxwell Silverhammer vibe to it. Yep, I loved it. It reminded me of the Beatles with their comedy sort of rock when they were into that.
Yeah, that was good. That was entertaining, no doubt.
Oh, cool. Glad you guys like that one.
Actually, one of my favorites. Definitely, besides Piggy Boy, that one's probably my favorite.
Piggy Boy rocks, man. I got ringtones now. You guys want ringtones? We got a Piggy Boy ringtone.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. I can get them to you. all my new email subscribers get them free with the free download thing, you know? So you guys can get them.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone how they can do that? How do they get the...
Well, the best thing to do is you just find at the Mary Janes on Twitter, and there in my pinned tweet at the very top you'll see where I offer to give you free stuff in exchange for you joining our email list. So you keep updated with our releases and other news, and also you get 3 MP3s from the first CD and 5 ringtones now. And some of those ringtones are from the CD that's not yet even released.
Oh wow, cool.
Hey, I got it cut in right here. Check this out, Wolfman. They got 22,000 followers.
On
Pretty.
On Twitter?
I just followed the Mary Jane's got 22,000 followers on his header. It says Underground Swamp Rock,
Yeah.
Knoxville,
That's us, man.
Tennessee. 22,000 followers. That's impressive. Very impressive.
Well,
We're taking over the world.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got all sorts of stuff. Get your free and exclusive digital download bundle here. Just for anybody listening, it's at the THE Mary MERRY Janes JAYNZ, all one word, at the Mary Janes.
I just posted the link on hashtag 47Talk in Twitter.
Right on.
So you can just
Right
click on it.
And thanks for the shout out, you guys.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Underground Swamp Rock. I got it right. Yeah. 22,440. Wow.
Pretty impressive. I know, huh?
And he's only made 717 tweets.
I know. He's got some fans out there, no doubt.
Yeah, man.
I tweet pretty regularly, but not prolific.
When did you join Twitter? How long has it been?
About a year, but I really started working on Twitter as a way to get fans like 6 to 7 months ago.
That's impressive, dude. Seriously. I mean, that's impressive.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to give a shout out. Any of the musicians listening can do exactly what I did, or probably better than I did, if you follow the Musicpreneur Twitter strategy of Mr. Carlos Castillo of Utah. He's a friend of mine I met online. It teaches a course for musicians on how to market your music on social media without being a douchebag. You know, by being you can be a conscious person and do it in an organic way and get great numbers and much better exposure and build a real fan base. You know, if you know how to engage them after you get them. So that's what I'm working on. That's how I got the numbers. Now the Twitter following is great, but you know, what you want is a fan base that you can contact at will, you know, and make sure that they'll get it. So email is still the way to go for that. And I'm happy to have built up a pretty good list of email subscribers. And I'm not trying to sell anybody anything yet. I'm pretty much still giving stuff away. But I want to engage the people that chose to follow me, gave me their email address, right? So over time, you keep building an audience and keep engaging with them. You know, you can't sell music now because it's free everywhere. It is free. No one knows. No one has to buy music. But if they are like you, and the music you make, it has enough value to them that they will buy stuff from you just to support you. You know.
Yeah, like I want one of your T-shirts.
Yeah,
I definitely want one. That's cool T-shirts. I got to make one up for my show too.
Me and Susan and our friend James all have one. They're good. They're front and back too. The back of the shirt's my best logo I ever did, and it was for the Electric Healing band that I mentioned earlier. That logo was so good, we just decided to put it on the back of this T-shirt.
Nice.
Okay, but let me share you something with you that'll help you out even more. You need to take some pictures and tweet them and get some media, because you have no media pictures. If you had media pictures of your shirts, you'd probably be selling them, because I'd buy one right now because I don't see it on your Twitter.
Oh, I understand. It's not on Twitter, but it is on our website, themaryjanes.com.
All right, I'll check it out. I just thought I'd share that with you, a little marketing strategy.
No,
So
you're
where-
right, because it appears nowhere in Twitter for sale, the T-shirt.
How do you do that then, Eric?
Just take a picture with his cell phone or whatever device you use to tweet with, and you can even download the picture to that device. Or there's a lot of ways you could do it. Just get the picture on the device that you tweet with, and just tweet it out.
Just
Put a
tweet it
link.
out that's for sale and make a pinned tweet or something to his profile.
Yeah, pin tweet with you with the shirt on, or you and your girl, or whatever. I mean, or you and your band with the shirt on, or you and some hot whatever. You know what I'm saying? Figure out a good way to market it.
Yeah, we'll put the T-shirt on an emu.
Or a skeleton or something. Yeah.
Yeah, put it on
A Chihuahua.
1968 Camaro.
There you go.
Yeah, get it on the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua size.
Put 3 or 4 Chihuahuas inside that T-shirt.
Okay, I see the T-shirt now. Yeah, it's got the red, yellow, and black and green letters. It's very cool.
Yeah, that's. I ran a contest, and I said whoever buys anything of any value will be in the drawing to win a one-on-one online interactive concert. And so someone actually bought a T-shirt, but it was a week and a half before I even knew it, because that company that fulfills the orders, they don't notify you that there even is an order unless you check that place every day. You never know. So I totally thought that nobody entered the contest and no one bought anything. Just come to find out, one of my friends locally bought a shirt specifically to win the contest, and he did.
Oh, wow.
He's got a shirt. You can make it any color you want, too. He wanted a purple one, so he made it
Yeah, I'm
purple.
looking. You got like 50 different colors. It's pretty cool. You just click on your website. You just click on the color, and you can see the shirt in that color. I like it.
That's a pretty decent website right there.
It's very nice. I like your tie-dye that you got on, too. That's pretty sweet.
Well, I
used to
think we've
make
had just
tie-dyes
about enough of
myself
that,
in high
folks. We're
school.
going to move on to
I
something a
started
little
a new
different.
trend.
Bye-bye
I
now.
started that trend back again. And it spread from my high school.
This is the Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Show. We explore the paranormal phenomenon with researchers and skeptics from all walks of life and beyond. Fridays and Saturdays, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. Visit our website at monstercastleparanormal.com.
That she's you.
opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the network or anyone affiliated. There will be mature and possibly immature content. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't listen at all. It's very poorly produced. Take me to your leader.
And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike.